Hey guys, I had somebody ask me the other day what it's like to be a real estate agent, so I thought I would do a day in the life. Here we go. I'm not sure why there's a jar of beans in my son's truck, but I'm getting the sign. Oh gosh. So the one negative to having a car with good gas mileage is that my big old signs don't fit in the trunk. So there we go in the back seat. Let's hope I drive safely. Okay, so I'm pulling out. I got my coffee, nice Disney cup here. Got my power pack. I think I have everything I need. I have my notebook for notes I'm gonna have to take later today. So we'll see what's next. Okay, so we're just a couple of minutes from the house, and in this short time on the road, it's only 18 miles, but it feels like longer because you're going through all these pretty country roads. But I have seen a man on a horse on the road. I've passed some bicycle. Not a fan of sharing the road. Passed a tractor, don't mind sharing a road there. Went past a couple of carcasses, saw the turkey at home, went past some beekeepers, thought there was like a nuclear explosion or something. And now I am pulling into the house to get my sign out. And it is so cute. I'll show you in a minute. So I'm at 1093 Gordon. You'll get more details later, but look how stinking cute that is. The most beautiful hydrangea in the world is right over there, but I don't know if you can see it. But I gotta clean my sign off, it's nasty. There we go, all pretty. And I got my QR code on there in case people want details. Look at that Japanese maple, y'all. I love this house. Couldn't leave without showing you this hydrangea. Look at those colors. Absolutely gorgeous. I love hydrangeas. And then look at this backyard. Fenced, nice little fire pit area, lots of privacy. All right, so now I am on my way to a home inspection. Home inspection actually started a few minutes ago, and I like to be there for the full inspection. But I did want to get that sign out, and I don't know that I'll have time later today. And so here I go, and I'll check back in when I get there. You are dead to me. You are dead to me. Okay, so now I'm actually making a detour because I just passed one of my listings and the sign writer is missing. One of the reasons I get those big honking heavy signs is because they're less likely to end up on some teenager's bedroom wall. And yes, I have walked into a listing appointment before and seen one of my directionals in a teenager's room. So, and we did it, so don't tell me you don't do it. But anyway, the cool thing about this house is that the driveway actually goes so it's on a main road, but the driveway actually goes to the little side road behind it. And so you can pull straight through and not have to pull out in busy traffic. So that's cool. So got to get another sign out. All right, so this is 307 South Key Street in Pilot Mountain. It's adorable. And the cool thing is that sitting on that front porch right there, you can see Pilot Mountain, see off in the distance. It's a little covered by clouds, but so cool. So from the primary bedroom and the front porch, you can see Pilot Mountain, and then you can get up to Main Street, and Main Street Pilot Mountain is adorable in just a matter of seconds. So perfect little location. I want to show you the backyard. Okay, so even though we are in town, look at this backyard. Isn't it precious? It's awesome. So you're so convenient, yet back here, it's like your own little oasis. And the guy that lived here had all these little bird houses and hummingbird feeders, and it was just precious. Okay, so now I am on my way to the home inspection, finally. And I didn't find the recording of the webinar, but that's okay because I've had some really good conversations while I've been on the road. I got to make a couple phone calls, and I had a couple of folks call me, and I got to tell someone about 3 office exclusive listings that I took yesterday. So that's cool. So you can always make good use of your time even if you're driving all day. saw Tasha Layton in concert, and I don't know if you know this or not, but she's like she's teeny tiny. She's the teeny tiniest little thing with this huge big voice. But this song especially, I had heard it a million times, but when I heard it at the concert, it was like she was talking just to me. And yes, I'm gonna get a little preachy, as my brother likes to say, but just always remember, no matter how far away you get, you can always come back, because he's always waiting on you, and I am living proof of that. And I just want to say thank you, Jesus. Okay, so now I am pulling in to where I'm having my home inspection, and I will show you that in a second. Just had a really hard conversation with someone about their home. Really hard. Real estate is definitely not always glamour. It's not always glamour, y'all. Okay, so leaving the home inspection, I did do some footage while I was there. However, there are some issues, and it's nothing that can't be worked through, but just to protect the privacy of the buyer and the seller both, I'm not going to reveal a lot. Other than that, it is an older home that's been completely renovated, which I love to see, because I'm not going to knock new construction, because new construction helps feed my family, but I love to see an older home restored. We have so many older homes in our area that could really have some life, and I would rather see those fixed up than more trees cut down. So anyway, so my head's spinning, because usually when I leave the full home inspection, I'm on the phone calling specialists in certain areas, be it an HVAC person or an structural engineer or something like that. But I'm not going to make any of those calls yet until I get a chance to really sit down and go through things with my client to determine how she wants to move forward. But yeah, with a home inspection, there's a lot of moving parts. We just had the full home inspection, pest inspection. They took the water sample. They left the radon canisters. We still have septic to go. And then, like I said, a couple of specialists to come out, but that remains to be seen, how many of those we'll be getting. So stay tuned. Okay, so I just pulled into my house, getting ready to go into my home office and do paperwork and make phone calls, all the things. This is kind of a weird day for me, because normally my mornings are paperwork, phone calls, etc., and then my appointments are afternoons. But and my dogs just crawled under the garage door. Anyway, and my afternoons are appointments, but today is kind of flip-flop. Let's try this again. Today is kind of flip-flopped, which is not always great. My dog did it again, which is not always great, because I'm a morning person, and my energy tends to wane as the day goes on. So we'll see how productive I am with my paperwork, and I think it's going to make it. I think it's going to make it. Get away from there. Yep. Yes. Okay. So garage door is closed, and I just realized I've been doing this all day and have not had earrings on, and my mama's not going to be happy. She's going to say, Mandalee, wear your earrings, because you got to have earrings. So first thing I'm going to do when I get in the house is go in and put some earrings on. And yeah, I'm probably not going to leave the house again today, but you got to have earrings on. Anyway, and I'm going to have some quick lunch, because it's like 12:30. I'm going to have some quick lunch, and I'm going to walk my dogs, and then I'll be back at it. So see you in a bit.
Oh Lord, I need you now more than ever. Would you put my heart back together? I searched the world till my head hurt, just to find out your ways better. Oh, oh, your ways better. Oh, oh, your ways better. Oh Lord, your ways better. Jesus, Lord, I need you now more than ever. Would you put my heart back together?
Okay, so little emergency. Looked up, and the dogs had Chase, who has been Worth's best friend since he was 2. So that would not have been good. I'm glad I saw that. Also, have not gotten back to get my earrings on yet because when I got here, there's diarrhea on the floor. So I am house sitting for a friend, or excuse me, dog sitting for a friend. And I think my dogs got into her dog's food and they both have sensitive tummies. So little accident in the sunroom, so I had to clean that up. And honestly, it's like crazy hot in here, so I think I'm gonna go take my laptop into the bedroom and do some work there. So I'll take Chase with me just to be. So this is Maggie. She is my friend's dog, and apparently she wants some attention, so I'll be back. Okay, so yeah, now I am in the bedroom. I do have earrings on. Look, Mama. I know you're happy. Opened up my laptop after petting Maggie, who is still here, by the way. She's so sweet. But I got an email from the Real Estate Commission that they have reviewed my policy and procedure manual for the real estate school that I'm hoping to open, and they told me a few things I need to change, but it doesn't look like a lot. So that's good news, Joey. If you're watching this, we're a step closer. So I'm gonna get on that. Also got the home inspection report already from the home inspection this morning, crazy fast. So that's awesome. Gonna send that over to my client. And let's see. Gonna go ahead and do that while I'm thinking about it. And then I have to work on some new listings. Also, missed the 12 o'clock tech sprint that my team does. We do tech sprints at 12 o'clock every day. Our tech guy, John, teaches us new things about the technology that our team provides that we may not know just off the cuff. And this week has been all about Fellow, and Fellow's awesome, but I have learned something every day. So I'm bummed I missed it, but just going out this morning instead of going straight to my desk kind of threw me off. So I will watch the recording for that later. Be back soon. Reread the email. Actually, not as much to do as I thought there was, so that's good. Got my old country going now, so can't beat bricks and done. Okay, so I'm looking at this home inspection, and I'm really glad I went, which I always think buyer's agents should go. But the report itself is pretty long, which we knew that it would be, but had I not gone, I would have been, excuse my mess, I would have been more concerned, because when you look at it, it looks pretty overwhelming. Just something they would say. So I'm going to download it. See how many pages it is. It's going to be a bunch of pages, but that's okay. I mean, everything's fixable. Here it is. So 18 pages. Oh, that's actually not that bad. But looks like a whole lot. And it is a lot, but it's all fixable. But had I not gone, I wouldn't have known that. Be out of his mind. Mama, he's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut this off. Okay, so I'm putting a new listing in. I just got it activated. And now I am going to Canva to make my first social media ad for it. But I am not gonna post it yet because the link is not live. Shoot, I can't talk and do this at the same time. The link is not live on my app. So that'll be live shortly, and then I will get it up and going. But for now, this is what I'm doing. And I'm gonna move that. I gotta switch out info. But I gotta cut the Judds back on. And I swear he says he always wants to be. I've never been so loved Well, they just don't make music like they used to. That's all I have to say about that. Voila. And I just realized that I did not do an open house announcement for my open house Sunday. Thank goodness for Canva, being able to work backwards. Voila. So I just got a call from a seller, potential seller in Clemens, and we had an appointment to meet tomorrow, but they are now unexpectedly going out of town and want to know if I can meet today. And I'm not normally that flexible as far as usually have my day planned and appointments and this, that, and there, but I guess since my day was flip-flopped, I'm able to go now, so that's a blessing. So I will check back in shortly. Oh, y'all, we're getting ready to get a bad storm. Oh, yeah, we are getting ready to have a bad storm here, so might have to rethink my plans. I do not like driving in bad weather. So one thing that people always say when you ask them why they want to go into real estate is they say, well, I want the flexibility. So yeah, you do have a lot of flexibility. Like, I've never missed a child's ball game, you know, or anything like that because of work. But at the same time, you have to be flexible as well, in that you really do have to roll with the punches. I do my best to schedule my days. If I don't go by a schedule, I'm not near as productive. But you still, even within that schedule, have to be able to just go with the flow, which is what I'm doing today. So yeah, we're getting ready to have heck a storm, which you can't even really tell on here, but it looks bad, y'all. At Dollar General to get a water, because I forgot to bring my water with me from the house, and saw those clouds. Also got a reminder that I got to call CarMax because my brakes are squeaky. So I need to write that down. Y'all remind me. Thanks. Look at that, y'all. Woo-wee. So a question I get a lot when I teach pre-licensing is, what's the worst thing that I've ever seen in a house? And while I have seen a lot, smelled a lot, come across squatters before, things like that, I think the experience that sticks out most to me is, it was a long time ago. I don't remember exactly when it was, but I wore white pants, so that tells you right there it's a long time ago. Anyway, I went into this foreclosure with a guy that was looking for a fixer-upper, and we were standing there, and I looked, I don't know, I was looking around, and I looked down, and I saw all this stuff on my pants, and I was like, what in the world? Did we walk through a spider web? What? No, it wasn't a spider web. It wasn't dirt. It was fleas. Yep, fleas. Fleas all over. So that's a story that I definitely tell when I get asked that question, for sure. All right, I am pulling up to this house in Clemens. Well, I'm pulling up to the neighborhood anyway. I will check back shortly. Okay, so I am finished, and it was not a typical listing appointment. I had to park across the street. They're doing some construction in their neighborhood. I'm winded because it's hot and the wind is blowing. So look at the hair. Anyway, I thought I was going for a regular listing appointment. I sold the house to them 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah, it was that long because it was right before COVID. And at the time they were expecting, and they ended up miscarrying, which was heartbreaking. And anybody that has walked that road knows how devastating that is. Anyway, they're pregnant again. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited. So it was not a regular listing appointment. It was a, first of all, let's stand around in the kitchen and cry with happiness. I'm so happy for them. I'm so happy for them. But then it ended up being an okay, if we thought about selling in 3 or 4 years, what are some things that we could do now that would help increase our value? So when they were, before, when they miscarried, they were actually carrying twins and lost both of them. I didn't even think to ask what the situation is now. They did just find out. So it's still early, and they know that, but they also can't help but be excited. And I get it. So that's one of the coolest things about this job, is we really get to be in the moment with people in really important times in their lives. Sometimes pure jubilation like just now. Other times, sadness. I have been at the bedside of clients when they have died and, you know, been with family members and that kind of thing. And so it's just, it can be a roller coaster of emotion. But today, the news that I just got, I'm kind of flying high from it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I hate I don't get to list the house, but who cares? They're having a baby. Oh, so excited. So needless to say, you will not be getting any spoilers about their house coming on the market. But so excited. I really do have the coolest job ever. Like, I'm just sitting here thinking how incredibly awesome it is that I get to be a part of those first few days of excitement. If you've had children, you know what I'm talking about. If you've had children after thinking you couldn't have children or lost a child, then you really know what I'm talking about. But just what a cool moment. What a cool moment. I can't go any further to the right because Worth is peeing off the porch. But anyway, taking a break, sitting out here. We did get a storm, but not near as bad as I thought. But I love rain in the summertime. Okay, so it is 5:30 and I am calling it a day, at least until later tonight. I do have a couple things I still need to do, but for now, I am going to go fix. So it's 5:30. We have had a ton of rain and it's still raining. My brain's fried. And so I'm going to take a break. Normally I'm finished now. But I do have some stuff I still need to do. However, I'm going to go now and fix some supper for my sons. And daddy and daughter are out of town, so I just have the two. And then I'm going to hang out a little bit with them. And then I'll be back to work later. But that is it for today. Silly me thinking I could do a whole day in one 3-minute short. That was thunder. Did you hear that? So I'm going to try now to take all these shorts and put them all together into one video. And then it won't be a short, but oh well, we'll see. All right. Bye.